to make some coconut milk, chocolate coconut milk, and I'm going to use for the chocolate, for sweetener, I'm going to use some dates, 2 dates. So I'm going to use the flesh of this coconut that I had left over from last week, actually. I think it was last week. And 2 dates, probably like a tablespoon of molasses. Molasses is really good source of iron, magnesium, manganese, potassium. And ladies, if you're having troubles with cramping during that time of month, if you eat a better diet, that will help also. But another thing that helps is having up in your iron, your potassium, your manganese, and I think that's it. Manganese, magnesium, potassium, iron, and manganese. If you up those things, that will help you with any type of like issues with premenstrual cramps and just PMS in general. I wanted some, this is something in the box, but I've been craving some Raisin Bran, and that's the reason why I'm about to make some milk. So I'm going to make some chocolate coconut milk, and I haven't decided yet, but I have just baking cocoa, and it's not sugar or anything, it's only cocoa. That's the ingredients. Or cocoa nibs, cacao nibs, raw cacao nibs, or carob powder. But I haven't decided yet, or I might do a mixture of all three to make it chocolate. And then for my regular milk, I'm going to make, I have 2 containers here. I'm going to put my regular milk in here. For my regular milk, I'm going to do flax seed, organic brown flax seed, and I do have this kind from Aldi's too, that I bought, but this was left over. I think I got that from Whole Foods, but this brand is from Aldi's, as you can see. And flax seeds are really good for you. They it's no other ingredients besides flax seeds, but they have let's see what they have. Their iron, good source of iron, it looks like. Protein, definitely. Yeah, so those are some good things. But I keep my flax seeds in the refrigerator. And to sweeten my regular milk, I'm going to put 2 dates and some molasses. And what I do is I put it in there in a Vitamix with water and blend it up and then strain it through. I have a regular strainer and like a this is just like a paint bag or milk bag or cheesecloth. You can strain it through, and that's it. And I have this container I'm going to put my other milk in, the coconut chocolate milk. Okay, and this is the Aldi brand of Raisin Bran. These are the ingredients. Not too bad. But what I was gonna say, I was learning about this preservative called, I think it's B like boy, H like Henry, T like Thomas, BHT if I'm not mistaken, and it's placed in a lot of cereals, like your cheaper cereals, to preserve it. But I heard that it makes it hard for it to break down in your stomach, like for instance like Captain Crunch. Man, Captain Crunch is good, but you know what be happening when you eat Captain Crunch, man. You know. That's all I'm gonna say. Nothing against them or anything. Hey, if you like them, hey, I love them, but I just can't do it. When you know better, you do better, I guess. I don't know. I try to do better. Not perfect. So I just finished blending my flax seeds for my flax milk that I'm gonna make. And I'm gonna take my flax seeds out of this plastic bag and put it into this jar that I actually recycled from some salsa. My salsa. Medium salsa I had got from Aldi's. And so I'm gonna, or somewhere, I don't know. Probably Kroger's or Aldi's. I'm just gonna put it into that jar, okay? And my cacao nibs and carrot powder, I do the same thing. This is just what was left over from what the jar I have. So I put it in recycle jars. I take it out the plastic. This is what couldn't fit in the glass jar. So glass is better than plastic. It's better than plastic for our environment, for our future, your children. Plastic takes so long to break down. Even the BPH kind is not always safe. Glass is better. Our ancestors used glass. Ain't nobody was using plastic, okay? Get it together, folks. Get it together. And you want to keep your flax seeds in the refrigerator. That's what I do. I keep them on the refrigerator. Keep them good. Okay, so I am done making the flaxseed milk. I actually drank a little bit to taste it out. I end up adding some vanilla, but I don't think I'm going to do that again. If I had like the actual vanilla plant, like the actual plant, you know, a stick of vanilla, I would do that. But I wouldn't put vanilla extract in it again. Or if you have vanilla powder, that may work. And so I'm making my coconut milk right now. And the reason why I like young Thai coconuts, because they're so easy, much easier to work with. And I have the Cocoa Jack, so that helps me out. But it is a struggle to me to get the mature or, you know, mature the coconuts that are more mature. The actual flesh out of those is kind of hard and difficult. So if you have any suggestions on how to get that out, I tried to look up different videos. Someone was like, heat it up. I did that to this one, and I don't know, it may have worked a little bit. I don't know, not really, not to me. It still seemed like a struggle, but this is how much I was able to get out so far. So I'm gonna roll with that, and I'm just gonna put my coconut, the water in there. This is how much water I'm gonna put in there. It's about 4 cups. It's this container, and I got my 2 dates, and they're both pitted dates. So what I would suggest is, I don't want it too sweet. You could add more dates or whatever sweetener you want, but this is what I'm doing to mine. And I'll add some molasses too to that one, like I did to my flaxseed milk. But I'm not gonna add the vanilla at all. This one I'm gonna make chocolate also, and I decided to use the cocoa this time. Alrighty. I decided not to make chocolate coconut milk. I wanted to show you some other things you can make milk with. You don't necessarily need a Vitamix to do this. You could do this in any blender. You may just have to blend up smaller amounts or something like that, but you could do this in any blender. But agave is another sweetener, coconut sugar, maple syrup. I put milk out of quinoa. Quinoa is really truly a sweet seed. So the same thing I just did with the flax seeds, you could do with the quinoa. You can make oat milk, make sunflower milk, just like you could make cashew milk with cashews. You can make rice milk. You can make walnut milk, pecan milk, hazelnut milk, Brazil nut milk, any nuts you could think of, peanut milk if you wanted to. Yeah, I just thought of something. You can make banana milk. I have millet. Let me show you millet. You do quinoa or rice or quinoa. You cook it like similar type of way. But millet, any other like seed, you can make milk from that. Nuts, but you have so many choices. Like I said before, rice, sunflowers, nuts, all types of nuts and seeds, oats, flaxseed that I made today, coconut milk. You have so many other choices to choose from. I'm just saying.